Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Floyd. I just want to say, wake up, Ravenna!
So I wanted to start with, so this was news to me because I actually was not aware of it, that the Bean and the Baker was related to the Coleman Health Services. Can you tell me more about that?
So Coleman actually owns the building that we are in. So we have since day one done job and training for children, like teenagers. So we do summer youth all through the summer. We teach them job skills. We teach them how to interact with customers, how to stay on task. We teach them about time management. And so we have 4 kids that work every summer for 8 weeks. So that's fun for us because we get to bring new people in, teach people new things. And then through Coleman, we do adult dog chain training for people who are thinking about getting into the food industry to see if they even like being in a restaurant or like washing dishes or making food or talking to customers. So we usually do those maybe a couple times a year, and they come in and they'll work 30 hours and just see if that's something that they're interested in for their future. And we give them a little bit of training and a little bit of skills to see if they're ready to go back into the workforce.
That's cool. How did that connection happen? Did Coleman say we want to open a coffee shop, or like what was the conversation that led to it?
So Coleman bought the building, I think 12 to 13 years ago. And Nelson Burns, who was our CEO at the time, wanted to put a business in there to help make the building profitable because we also do have apartments in there. So he decided to open a coffee shop. So when I was hired, it was 2 different rooms and they were not connected at all and they were just white walls. So I got to put together everything, all of the architecture that took place, all of the designs, all of the equipment buying, all the menus. Those are things that I created.
Okay, yeah. So in the world of business, we call this a social enterprise. How does buying that shop directly impact like the mental health and addiction recovery efforts that Coleman provides?
So all profits that we do make go back to Coleman to help support the things that they do.
Oh, okay, that's great. And that is what I wanted to know specifically too. Okay, cool. Um, let's see. Yeah, okay. So you guys just celebrated the 10th anniversary, correct?
Yes, it was on the 9th of March that we had our 10-year anniversary from the
Okay.
day that we opened. And I've been here all 10 years.
Okay, then you can definitely ask this question or answer this question. What is the biggest change that you've seen, not just in the shop, but in like downtown as well? Like, what's changed in 10 years? I know a lot.
I feel that downtown has tried to recreate itself to get more businesses downtown. I still feel that is a thing that we are needing. We don't have enough businesses to bring people downtown. We've done way more activities. So we've added the art fair. We have balloon affair. We have different things that bring people down. We're going to start the Friday night Fridays, things like that. So those activities have been nice over the years.
What is Friday Night Fridays?
So Main Street Ravenna is doing this. They're going to do Fourth Fridays. So starting in May, they're going to do from 5 to 8 on Friday nights for I think the next 4 to 6 months. They're going to have those for the summer.
Okay. You want to ask a question, Jonathan?
What's present?
Any of the ones you want. Any of the ones we came up with.
So you already asked the first thing.
The Phoenix building, how old is it?
So do not quote me on this, but I think between 1880 and 1890 it was opened. So originally they were individual buildings. So the whole entire block has 10 buildings individually in there. And the top floor of our building is where the Oddfellows have their room. And everything in the building and our end has been remodeled except for the room where the Oddfellows are. That room is still the room that it was made in the 1890s, and it has not been touched or changed since then.
Interesting. What does it feel like to run a modern business out of an historical building like that?
It's nice because it brings a lot of people in to just see the architecture. We've tried to bring out the brickwork and tried to make it look old. So our cafe has the only two rooms in the building that have the original ceiling that's tin from the 1800s. When they remodeled the building, so much of it was destroyed they couldn't use it, but we had enough for those two rooms, which is nice. We have a lot of historical pictures in our cafe, so we went to the Historical Society, did a lot of research on the building, and tried to figure out what we could use to put up in the cafe. And our name was designed because Mark Twain spoke in that building back in the 1800s. So we kind of did a twist off of the Prince and the Pauper. We did the Bean and the Baker.
Oh, well, okay, that's interesting too. I didn't know that. That's
I
cool.
have a question.
Okay.
I have a question on that one. To our viewers out there, who is Mark Twain?
Mark Twain is a writer we all had to read back in grade school.
He wrote. Have you ever heard of Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So
I have.
yeah.
Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn.
Yes, so he wrote those stories amongst others as well, but those are probably his most famous. But yeah, he's an American author who wrote a lot of literature back in the 1800s. So that's cool that he was speaking in that building. I didn't even know he came to Ohio at any point. So
Yep.
That's cool. So this is just a little fun one. For the 10th anniversary, did you have something called the Decade Delight Latte?
Yeah, so that's our specialty latte that we have for the month. We are kind of known for having maple because not many people carry maple. It's our flavor we have all the time. So we did a maple latte with cinnamon cold foam on top. And we have it paired with our maple butter bacon grilled cheese, which is our most popular grilled cheese.
Oh, man. I am sure everyone listening's mouth is just watered a little bit after hearing that. That sounds delicious. Have you had a lot of uptick for the 10th anniversary? Have people been like, obviously everybody's, the Bean and the Bakery is like the coffee shop in the town. I know everybody here goes there, but like, did you feel like did people come more for the 10th anniversary? Did you feel like things upticked, or what was the difference in
I
that?
saw a lot of our original customers who I haven't seen in a long time come back that week just to kind of be like, celebrate with us because they were here at the beginning. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long ago have you known this guy named Jonathan Floyd? It's just not in there,
So, Jonathan, you've probably been around the whole entire time we've been open.
Yes.
Yep. You used to bring me bookmarks to hand out. And now you bring me all kinds of flyers.
And that's a good thing.
It is a very good thing. Yep, you keep me informed of what's going on in our town.
I just thought to just put that in there.
Okay. So we just interviewed Kathy from Books A Go Go recently, and she mentioned that she started a pop-up in your shop. How does it feel to be the incubator for the other small business in town?
I think it's pretty cool. It was nice to bring her in and give our customers something different to do or see from a different vendor. Her idea of being a pop-up bookshop was very ingenious to me. And she really loves what she does, and I think it's great. So it was nice to be able to bring her in. We had her there for Midnight Madness. We've had her there during like different, things going on downtown. And I think that it was nice for us to build that relationship because we still have a really good relationship to this day.
Yeah, and I noticed too, like coffee and books are kind of like, we're all sitting here now drinking a coffee in a library, but like coffee and books like go together like.
Yeah, it's kind of like books are comforting and so is coffee. So it's nice to just relax and enjoy those together.
You know what they say about books?
What?
It's how you learn from them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What's one item in the bakery that has been on the menu since day one and will not be removed because everyone would revolt if you did?
So our cinnamon rolls, and we have tried to change them up in the last 10 years, and we have had people complain immensely. So we have the most delicious cinnamon rolls in town with buttercream icing on top. So that will be one staple that we will not change, and it will be there way past we are.
Perfect.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's the difference between being a baker and donuts and lattes?
So I don't really know a lot about donuts and lattes.
Okay.
I know that she is a food truck that is from Rootstown, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So I don't really know what she has or what she carries. Most coffee shops are all the same. We all have espresso. We all have milk. We just make different types of lattes. So we just choose our flavors. And we also have food. So we have sandwiches. We have salads. I do not know if that's something that she has or not.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like doing coffee on like a food truck is interesting, but it's a different atmosphere.
I've actually planned on, if someday we ever get to have a Bean in the Baker food truck, I have it all mapped out and all plans of what we need to do. So
Zonuts, look out.
Definitely. I would love to have a coffee food truck.
That would be fun.
And that was a good question.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Let's see. So you're obviously being a coffee shop, like we said, we have a very calming, specific kind of atmosphere. How do you train your team to balance being a high-speed barista with being a compassionate face to the community?
I think it's all about just having that presence, being able to talk to people, having that outgoing personality, knowing, when people walk in to make sure we greet them. We greet them when they say goodbye, when they leave, ask them to always come back. And then being able to suggest things to people. I have a lot of customers that will just walk in the door and tell me to give them a drink. And I will make them a different drink every day. So it's fun for me because I get to make things up. And we kind of have a competition to see who can actually pick what flavor I picked for them. So, but being able to be a face in the community is something that's very important because we want to make sure we bring in the community and that they know that, we care about them and that we want them to come back.
How many other Beans in the Bakers are there now? I know there's one in Hudson I saw, and then...
There was one in Hudson. We closed
it
right before COVID because it was inside the Health and Wellness Center over in Hudson where Suma has their gym. And it was a good fit up until about when COVID hit because people stopped coming in. And it really took a downturn for us because we relied on the gym people coming in and the doctors and their patients. So when that kind of stopped, it was time for us to close it. We are always looking to be able to open a second one. Hopefully someday we'll be able to.
That's also an interesting side point. So in the main store, when COVID hit, obviously slowdown happened. Like, how did you guys work as a food service? Because were you considered essential during COVID? Or
so I was the only employee at that time. So for 2 straight years, I worked every day by myself.
Yikes.
My boss considered me essential. I don't really know if I was.
Yeah.
During that time, I did a lot of puzzles. So I actually posted on my Facebook page. I think I did over 20 different puzzles. And people weren't allowed to sit in and eat. So we had people come in and buy drinks and leave, but it was not a very busy time for us. But it was great for us because we managed to just be there if anybody needed us or wanted us. And we didn't, we were able to sustain ourselves during that time, which was really hard.
Yeah, I imagine. Okay, yeah. So, all right, well, so 10 years, obviously, that's a long time, but assumedly you have a plan for the next 10 years. Is there anything you want to share with us? Like, I mean, in a like the next, what's your next 5-year plan type? What's the next 10 years of the Bean and the Baker look like?
Our hope someday is to be able to move and have a drive-through. That would be our hope.
Okay.
I don't know where that would be in this town, but we want to stay in downtown and be able to do that. We also want to increase our menu. We're always constantly looking for new things that we can add to entice people. So those are the 2 things that we will continue to look for. And of course, if we could do our food truck, that would be fun.
Yes. Yeah. That would be great. Okay. So your beans, do you source them organically?
So we get all of our coffee beans from Caruso's, which is out of Middleburg Heights. It's a little family-owned business that they do have different types of coffees, different profiles, organic, different countries. We have the same espresso all the time. That does not change. And then we rotate our different blends for our coffees. So we'll do Costa Rican, French, we'll do Italian, we'll do Ethiopian. So we mix them up all the time.
Okay. Interesting. And so you do get, so they are sourced locally too. Well, I mean, I don't know how they probably, do they farm here or like, do they get them imported?
All of their coffee beans are imported.
Oh, okay. But they're still a local business though. So that's interesting.
Yes.
I like that.
And I had a relationship with them previously from when I worked for Caribou Coffee.
Oh,
So.
okay. So for listeners who want to see you thrive for another decade, what is the absolute best way for the community to support you right now?
Just stopping in and seeing us. Take home a cinnamon roll, buy a latte, and let us know that you're here. We do DoorDash, Chow Now, Uber Eats. We do Grubhub, so you could order food anyway to be delivered to you. But making sure you come in and see us and support us being downtown and being a local coffee shop.
Yeah.
Don't go to McDonald's to buy your
Yeah, I was going to say that's who you can take their drive-through.
Yeah.
As you're stepping into year 11, are there any like new flavors or new goals, like the immediacy of it? Like, do you have anything on the horizon that you could give us an exclusive scoop?
So we change our specialty sandwich every month, and we always have new drinks. We have introduced matcha in the last couple of months, so we're really trying to increase that presence and let people know that we have that. We've really gotten into making cold foams, which is something that we never did before. Mm-hmm. So we make our own whipped cream, we make our own cold foam, so just new flavors of cold foams that we're going to have, and trying to just be inventive for different seasons. So right now we're thinking about spring. So next month is all about spring stuff, and then we're going to start flowers. So just bringing in those unique profiles. And a lot of coffee shops don't do flowers, so we have lavender all the time. We also have rose and we have violet. So those are different flower flavors that we've brought in. We try to always make something unique, something different. So
yeah, that's good. Let's see. Do you want to ask any more questions, Jonathan? I think you should ask question number. Oh, we just did that. Man, I'm shooting through this. I didn't even realize how fast I was going. Let's see.
You can ask me number 5.
Yeah.
Oh. What inspired you to open this bakery?
So I started working in coffee 15 years ago. I was hired to work at Caribou Coffee, and I worked in downtown Akron. That was my favorite job and favorite coffee shop. Unfortunately, Caribou Coffee was purchased by a different, I don't know what they're called, a different like business unit. So they turned it all into Pete's. So we closed all the Caribous and opened Pete's, and Pete's closed. So when Pete's closed, I was no longer in the coffee business. I went to go back to work for food. And I really didn't want to do food anymore. I wanted to go back to coffee. So I knew a friend that worked at Coleman, and she told me they were looking for somebody to open a cafe. And I applied, and I was hired. So it was a fun adventure for me because I got to start it from the ground up. I got to bring in vendors and create the menu and come up with what the Bean in the Baker is today. So it is kind of my little baby since I've been there since the beginning.
And my next question, at least you know that, who was your friend?
My friend doesn't work for Coleman anymore, so but she was just someone that I had known, in the community, and she said they were looking, so it worked out at the perfect time because I needed a job and they needed someone to open a coffee shop.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, so you said coffee was like your favorite job. What drove you to why do you like coffee so much, serving coffee, doing coffee?
I like the environment. I think that it's laid back. People come in because they want to relax. They want to be able to start their day with something that they love. You get to meet a lot of people. You make a lot of new friends. I have a lot of regulars that I touch base with. I still have regulars that I touch base with from my old coffee shops just because they get to see how you change and how you live and how you grow. My customers all know my kids, and they've all grown up in the last 10 years. I know, when I started, I had a newborn, and now he's 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 grown up and they get to see that. And so it kind of makes it a family because they see how you've changed, how they've changed. And even if they don't come in a year, they'll come back and I'll still remember them and still remember what they get to drink. And they're impressed by that. So I just like being able to make those connections. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So as a coffee shop, this is actually something we asked Kathy as well. As a coffee shop, you are really specifically, you're aware of the third place idea, right? About how you have your home, you have your job, and then you have your third social place, the place you go to like
Okay.
spend time with your friends, whatever. A lot of people, that is a coffee shop. Sometimes it's the library, sometimes it's a bookstore. As that third place, how do you feel like you foster that area? Like, how do you make it, people come in obviously with like their laptops and stuff, but how do you make it a social place?
So the nice thing about us is we are centrally located from a lot of places in Ohio. So we have a lot of people that will come from an hour to 2 hours out to meet friends from the other side of the state. And because we are a coffee shop, they could sit for hours and talk. We have a lot of groups that come in and they will have meetings in our location and be able to sit and talk and know that they're not going to be rushed out. Like in a restaurant, they kind of don't like it if you take the table forever. In our coffee shop, you could sit there all day. We don't mind. We love having the people in there and the noise and having it feel like, it's busy and it's comfy and it's cozy and hearing the laughter of our customers. That's one big thing. Before COVID, we used to have like games and things for people to come and bring in and play. We can't have those out anymore just because of health code stuff, but people will bring in their own games. So they'll come play Uno or they'll play a board game in there. And it's nice because like, especially during the winter time when it's cold and there's nowhere really to go outside, you can leave your house and come in and be able to do that in this environment, which is nice.
Yeah. So obviously Ravenna's not, Ravenna's not New York, but Ravenna's not even like Cleveland or anything but you're still a coffee shop in a big city, quote unquote, in the county seat. Does that the traffic, the people, do you see a lot of interesting characters come through? I mean, Ravenna's an interesting place anyway. Don't get me wrong, but
we have a lot of people that are traveling on 77 that stop in because we are the coffee shop that pops up when you're on 77 if they want to come get coffee. So we have a lot of people from out of town that do that. And we still have people that live in town that do not know that we exist, even though we've been there for 10 years. And I think the biggest thing is people drive through downtown with blinders on and they need to stop when you're at the stop sign and look around, see what's around you and see where you can stop and go. But it's nice to be able to say that we've done lunch and learns with the chamber. We would love to do like coffee talks or different things like that with different organizations. We love being able to help out trainings or different things like that. We've had insurance companies that will have 5 people having a meeting with 10 people in Chicago, but they'll come to the Bean and the Baker because it's a central location for them to be able to meet. So we've kind of hosted all kinds of things and are always willing. We've done baby showers at the Bean and the Baker. So we've done birthday parties for the same family. It's a nice place to come and you come, I make the food, you just show up, decorate, and then you get to leave. I clean it all up. So we try to make it simple for people to be able to come in and use our space.
Okay, yeah.
I'm asking another question.
Sure.
Stick with that question. How did you find Lynn and Tyler at Banco?
So Lynn actually lives in Ravenna, and she used to come in and read books. And at that time, me and another person named Tara worked at the Bean and the Baker. And Tara was getting ready to leave because she was going to have a baby. So we started talking to Lynn, and she came in all the time. And Lynn said she was looking for a job. And we were like, hey, then I think this is a perfect fit. She loved being there. She loved the environment. And we had gotten to know her a lot with her coming in. And it just was a perfect fit. And then Lynn brought in Tyler, who was her nephew. And he was looking for a part-time job, and it worked out perfect because we've been able to let him work there. And he started when he was 16, and he's since graduated from high school, and he's growing up. But we've taught him a lot of things and kind of help give him confidence and teach him. He's learning how to open in, how to close, and everything about the business. So that's nice.
Yeah.
My next question. Last year, okay. There's this guy named Mr. cupcake guy um, from the Sunshine Cupcakes. How did it feel to get? How did it feel to get to be cupcaked?
It was nice. We loved it when Jonathan brought us cupcakes. It was nice to be thought of and to be able to try a different product from a different store in town. So it was wonderful.
Have you guys done any like collaboration with Sunshine Cupcakes before?
Not really. When they first opened, we tried to do like muffins and different things, but they're so different from what we sell, and it just kind of didn't work out. You know, we've always tried to do other things, and like for I'm sure in the future there might be things that we may be able to collaborate on, or coupons or different things like that. So we're always up for it and always trying new things.
Yeah. What kind of so obviously here at the library we like to do like events and stuff, and I assume you guys are doing stuff like that as well. What are some upcoming events that people might want to know about?
So we're doing the Fourth Friday, so we will be open from 5 to 8 on those, and we're going to have music and different things in the cafe to help bring customers in. We're of course going to do the Art on Main. We'll be there for a balloon affair. So those, we're trying to make sure we're involved in all of those aspects. We're also doing the business expo at the high school on the 21st, so we'll be there for that. So we try to make sure we stay busy with all of the different chambers and the Main Street Ravenna to make sure that we keep our presence out there.
What's something that could be a misconception, could just be something you wish people knew about? What's something about the Bean and a Baker that you wish more people knew that no one seems to know?
That just besides coffee, we do have food. We make all of our pastries in-house, so I mean something that people want if they want cinnamon rolls and different things like that they can come in and get them. And that we are downtown.
What is one thing you love most about Ravenna that keeps you coming into work every morning?
The people. I love our regular customers and being able to see them all the time and knowing what drinks they want or giving them new options and just making those relationships.
How would you describe your bakery in 3 words?
Comfortable, delicious, and I need one more. Comfortable, delicious, and
downtown.
And downtown. That's it. I can't think of a third word, but that's a good one. So we are comfortable, delicious, and downtown.
What are you looking for in community feedback?
Oh, we're always looking for if people want us to add something special to the menu, or if there's any flavors they want us to try, or if they have a good idea. We've gotten some ideas of our drinks from our customers. One thing I can think of is in the fall, we started doing apple cider chai, which we had never tried before. And that was from a customer suggestion. So we're always willing to take advice from our customers about things they want us to add.
Okay.
Yep, he asked all those.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 18 and 19 questions.
Yeah, okay. if you want to ask those, you can. Yeah.
What do you like about Ravenna the most?
And this is about the city.
I like the fact that we have a specific downtown. I love the older buildings that are in downtown Ravenna. I love the organizations that we have in downtown and the people that we have in the community.
Now, the next important question, the 19th question, is that what do you know about Mr. Ravenna?
Well, I know Mr. Ravenna is always downtown, always walking around, always communicating with the businesses, and he likes to be in the know of what is happening in his town. And we know that Jonathan is a very friendly, very wonderful guy to have around, and people love talking to him.
And do you like to elaborate on that?
Now, Jonathan, I didn't give you a big enough plug yet.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I know.
Okay. So then, is there anything else? Just again, like open mic. Like, is there anything you want to tell directly to the community that we haven't already touched on?
Not really. I think that we've talked a lot about what we bring to the community and what we love from the community to give to us. And just stop in and see us and get a great cup of coffee, relax and enjoy any day of the week, and grab a cinnamon roll to go.
Okay.
And one more thing. What's in this?
Oh, Jonathan gets a different iced oat milk latte every day. So today she made you a blackberry vanilla latte.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
So Jonathan's like me. I only drink my coffee cold. I don't like my coffee hot.
Okay. That was going to be my last question. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
My favorite thing right now is a medium salted caramel latte with almond milk with an extra shot. I have it every day, even in the middle of winter when it's 0 degrees outside.
And that's, I was going to say that thank you for coming here today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're very, very welcome. This has been fun. It's great to be able to spend time with you, Jonathan, and talk about my business.
Yep.
And let people know what Bean in the Baker is all about.
And then if people want to find you, where are you located?
We are located at 107 East Main Street in downtown Ravenna. We are online at www.beaninthebaker.com. And like I said, we do online ordering. So DoorDash, Uber Eats, ChowNow, Grubhub. And you can call and place orders over the phone, or you can just stop in and place an order.
Perfect.
And I'm going to say one more thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a stranger at the Bean and Baker. If you're newcomers and old comers, just come.
That's right. Tina, Tyler, and Lynn would love to meet some new friends.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can say too, like this is technically the first Bean in the Baker coffee that I've had, just because I haven't had a chance to get there. This is delicious.
Thank you.
So I will definitely be a returning customer for sure. It's empty. I finished it.
Awesome.
But yeah, okay. Well, my name is Will Hollingsworth. We're here at the Reed Memorial Library, and I'm with
Jonathan Floyd.
And
Tina Valdez.
And this has been
Enlightening.
Yes, but the title of the podcast is
It's Wake Up Ravenna.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.
You've been listening to Wake Up Ravenna. Our program is hosted by Jonathan Floyd and Will Hollingsworth. Technical production and recording took place at the Reed Memorial Public Library Makerspace. Support for this podcast comes from the library's programming department and the residents of Ravenna. Support your local library, and we'll see you next time.